Hello and welcome to Wrestling Trope Alert, the channel where we analyze professional wrestling. If this is your first time here, help the channel by clicking the subscribe button. Today we are going to talk about the WWE Pirate, Paul Burchill. Smackdown in 2006 was wild. Wrestlers that eat live worms, tough guys in dresses, the junior division, leprechauns, and the focus of today's video, a pirate. The WWE Pirate was played by Paul Burchill, an England native who had caught the attention of the WWE in his own promotion, FWA. Burchill had an impressive arsenal of moves, such as a C4, a standing moonsault side slam. Standing at 6'4", Burchill was tall and very athletic. He was exactly what Vince McMahon looks for in a wrestler. In 2005, the WWE signed Burchill, who was only 26 years old at the time, and Burchill would then be assigned to developmental territory, OVW. Paul Burchill, only a few months into his developmental stint, gets called up in August to join the main roster. This wouldn't be for the Pirate gimmick, however. This would be a makeshift tag team with fellow countrymen and constant presence in this channel, William Regal. In 2005, debuting wrestlers would get at least 3 weeks of build-up via vignettes, followed by a strong debut in a match where the debuting wrestler would almost always win. Burchill, however, wouldn't get any vignettes ahead of his debut. Burchill made his debut during a Regal match with Scotty to Hotty in late August, on the D-Show Velocity with no build-up whatsoever. During the Regal and Scotty match, as Scotty goes for his signature move, the f***ing worm, Burchill with a clothesline decks Scotty. Then Burchill teases that Regal is next, but then both Regal and Burchill join forces to lay some more violence to Scotty. A diving knee from Burchill follows, causing Regal to lose this match by disqualification. Regal and Burchill would then form a tag team, and they would win a match against a makeshift team of Funaki and Scotty to Hotty. Then Burchill established himself in a singles match with Scotty to Hotty, which he won with a shoulder breaker into an armbar submission. Regal and Burchill would then be added to the ongoing SmackDown tag team rivalries, and they would lose most all of their matches. During this time, Regal and Burchill wrestled the Legion of Doom, who at the time was composed of Road Warrior Animal and Aiden Reich.
Are you ready, Michael? It's a poem.
They wrestled the Mexicools, Eminem, and Burchill and Regal would only manage to score a pinfall win against a team of London and Kendrick. During this time, Burchill would be on and off TV for long periods of time,
you tiptoe dancing puff.
which immediately does not bode well for a wrestler who had just debuted recently. Fast forward to December and Regal gets fed to Bobby Lashley, the new arrival to the SmackDown scene. The following week the same thing happened to Regal's partner Burchill.
Here comes the Dominator! Lashley connected with the Dominator!
And this would lead to Burchill's debut at pay-per-view. And sadly, this would be the only pay-per-view for Paul Burchill ever. Burchill would later appear on WrestleMania 22 in a backstage segment, but Burchill's only match on pay-per-view in his 5-year tenure with the WWE was in this handicap match with Regal against Bobby Lashley. Lashley would dominate both men in a short 3-minute match that spelled doom for our future pirate Paul Burchill. After the match with Lashley, Paul Burchill disappeared from SmackDown, except for a World Heavyweight title 20-man Battle Royale on the January 13th. Batista was the champion, had to relinquish the title due to injury, and Burchill would participate in this match that Kurt Angle would eventually win to become the new World Heavyweight champion. Burchill would also have a couple of enhancement matches on the D-Show Velocity, and in one of them he would finally get to use his amazing finishing move, the C4. Things looked bleak for Burchill at this time. He had no real creative direction and he wasn't even featured on that year's Royal Rumble match. By February, Burchill and Regal unsurprisingly wanted an end to their losing tag team, and they voiced their decision on a backstage promo with authority figure Paul Burchill, the human embodiment of watching paint dry. Side note: apparently during this time there were some issues between WWE and broadcast partner UPN. Paul Burchill was a representative from the network, and Cannon would meddle in SmackDown's business to introduce seemingly silly stuff to SmackDown, such as the Juniors Division, a series of little person wrestling matches that aired on SmackDown, and Palmer was also in storyline the man who introduced the Boogeyman to the roster.
The Boogeyman's here right now! Teddy Long, meet the Boogeyman.
Burchill apparently wants to be a pirate.
Pirates!
Bloody pirates?
That's right!
Because his ancestors and great whatevers were pirates.
My mother's second cousin's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
At this time, Regal wishes him good luck, and both men apparently go their separate ways. The very next week, Paul Burchill is being interviewed on a chaotic backstage segment. Super Porky, the biggest little person you have ever seen, makes his return to SmackDown. Still eating a ham, Super Porky was last seen months earlier in a backstage segment with Teddy Long. Ken Kennedy is also here. Then Burchill the Pirate makes his first appearance, almost in the same way the Shockmaster made his debut back in WCW.
I told you.
Burchill appears with a dagger in hand, rocking some sweet hair extensions. And what does he say? "Arr, matey." No. The pirate opens his mouth to say hello, twice.
Hello. 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 Hello.
As previously mentioned, at this time, wrestlers debuting on SmackDown usually would get 3 weeks worth of vignettes. Paul Burchill initially didn't get any of that, but the Pirate Man Paul Burchill would. This is week 3 of the 5 weeks of backstage vignettes that WWE spent introducing the Pirate. Burchill is going to be interviewed by Crystal Marshall. Kennedy drags Crystal away, and Kennedy heavily doubts Burchill's pirate gimmick and treats Burchill to some harsh words. Burchill then threatens Kennedy with his pirate sword.
I mean, you're gonna go out there in front of those people? They're gonna think you're a joke. They're gonna laugh at you, man.
Ken Kennedy wasn't the only one trying to dissuade Burchill from this silly gimmick. The very next week, Regal, who was Burchill's former tag team partner, also tries to dissuade Burchill from pursuing this pirate nonsense. Regal even received a letter from a concerned fan. This reminds me of the time Booker T received some letters from concerned citizens regarding the Boogeyman.
What Boogeyman does to worms, it's cruel. See, worms have feelings too.
Regal tries his best to convince Burchill, then Burchill gives Regal a trope pirate bomb that doesn't blow. Regal does his best to sell this segment, but unfortunately, this is not such good material. Regal would continue to try to dissuade Burchill the very next week. Again, in the locker room backstage, Regal is trying to convince the Pirate to reform their tag team. The Pirate denies Regal attempts to reason with him, and then Pirate Man cuts Regal's tie with his dagger, leading to the first Pirate match the very next week. Regal laughs all the way to the ring, then he cuts a promo burying the Pirate. Regal calls the Pirate gimmick pathetic.
Pathetic! A joke! Pathetic!
Regal introduces Burchill, and Burchill makes his entrance swinging on a rope. A nice touch in a gimmick with so far not great promise. Burchill the Pirate throws some fake jewelry to the crowd on the way to the ring. Then Pirate Man draws his sword, and Regal is very wary of the Pirate. Pirate Man then stands on the corner and looks at the crowd, mimicking a pirate captain looking out to the seas in search of mermaids and treasure. The match begins, both men lock up and exchange holds. Comically, Regal takes a front bump courtesy of the Pirate, and Pirate Man then gets thrown outside. As he returns, Pirate Man gets a knee to the chest. Then the Pirate is selling on the hardest part of the ring, and Regal drives his knee into the back of the Pirate's head, followed by an European uppercut. Match evolves and both men go back and forth, trading blows with each other. Inverted full Nelson on the Pirate, Pirate Man misses a sunset flip, Regal crossface chicken wings the Pirate on the ropes. Later in the match, Pirate Man then throws Regal to the ropes and delivers a high elbow to Regal, followed by some kicks to Regal's gut. Then a flying clothesline on Regal and Pirate Man gets back to his feet in spectacular fashion. Inverted atomic drop on Regal followed by a back body drop. Burchill then drives a knee to the back of Regal's head and a near fall on Regal. Regal somewhat regains control of the match, but not for long. Burchill makes Regal pay with his amazing finishing move, the standing moonsault side slam, a move known as the C4 before this Pirate gimmick. Side note, in all of the matches that Paul Burchill won, in none of them is mentioned the name of Paul Burchill finisher in this Pirate gimmick.
I'm gonna find out what the hell that move is called.
Michael Cole does say in one of the following Regal against Burchill matches,
Well, let's watch Regal walk the plank here.
but even in the Pirates' last winning match, later in the 20th of May against Simon Dean, the announcers still don't know what to call Paul Burchill's standing moonsault side slam.
Great move to end this.
The renewed rivalry with Regal would continue the very next week. Earlier in the broadcast, in a backstage segment, Eminem also makes fun of the Pirate.
Happy Halloween.
And this is immediately after Malin implies that she's going to use Vince McMahon's Muscle and Fitness magazine for some naughty action later when she's alone.
And I will take this for my own personal use.
What are you gonna do with it?
Nitro, use your imagination.
Later in the broadcast, there's going to be a random mixed tag match between the team of Crystal and the Pirate against Regal and Jillian Hall. Jillian Hall is most known for having a mole on her left cheek, and this is post-mole after the Boogeyman ate the disgusting growth out of her face during a Piper's Pit segment 2 months earlier in January. Regal takes a peek at Jillian Hall's behind during their entrance, and in the ring he continues to try to be a gentleman in front of Jillian, but as soon as she turns around, he does something different. Pirate swings down on his rope from the top of the Smackdown set. He lands and Crystal Marshall follows. They make their way to the ring and the Pirate Man throws some fake jewelries at the marks in the crowd. Crystal and Jillian proceed to assault each other. Both women are engaged in a mini feud, and this is both the second match of Burchill as the Pirate and Crystal's second wrestling match for the WWE. Both women proceed to exchange turnbuckles for a while. Jillian then springs into an elbow on Crystal, then Crystal at scissors Jillian. Regal interferes by dragging Crystal off of Jillian. Regal then gets slapped in the face by Crystal and the Pirate Man gets in the ring. Burchill crossbodies Regal, Regal is down and the people are with the Pirate.
What the big matchup over Regal last week.
Leg drop by Pirate Man on Regal, and Regal counters with European uppercuts. Not for long though, back body drop on Regal, in the corner Pirate Man yells at the people and the people respond.
Come on!
The Pirate gimmick is seemingly gaining traction with the people. Pirate Man can't capitalize and Regal kicks the Pirate's head, followed by some vicious knees, and both Regal and the Pirate exchange blows in the corner. Regal has a hold on the Pirate and the people chant Regal sucks. Pirate Man gets back to a vertical base, fights back, drops Regal, then delivers a standing moonsault on Regal as the women interfere. Jillian is driven to the outside, then Regal with a knee to Pirate Man counters and delivers this amazing finishing move.
Burchill! Oh! Wow! That move! Hook of the leg!
Taz and Cole comment and praise the Pirate's unnamed finishing move, and this is where the move presumably gets his name from. Cole comments that the Pirate made Regal walk the plank.
Well, let's watch Regal walk the plank here.
Pirate Man would then be added to the 20-man Last Chance Battle Royale for an opportunity to go on to WrestleMania and be a part of the Money in the Bank match. This was a way to get Bobby Lashley into the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania, after WWE painted themselves into a corner in Bobby Lashley's feud with Finlay. At this point, things appear to be going fine for the Pirate, and out of the 20 men in this battle royale, only 5 would get an entrance, our lovable Pirate being one of them, showing the commitment at this time for the gimmick, something that would later change, but more on that later. During this match, Pirate Man eliminates Nunzio, then he eliminates Super Crazy, then Pirate Man will be eliminated by Tatanka in the ending moments of this match. Lashley would win this match by eliminating Eminem and go on to the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania 22. In the last Smackdown before WrestleMania, Paul Burchill the Pirate is going to wrestle Booker T. Booker T is scheduled for a WrestleMania match against the eating worm entity the Boogeyman. Pirate Man swings down on his rope and throws fake jewelry at the people, as Booker T and Sharmell are in fear for the Boogeyman. Match begins with a lockup and Booker is in control. Pirate Man drop-toe holds Booker and Pirate Man delivers a standing moonsault. Then Booker regains control of this match for a short while. After a crossbody by the Pirate on Booker, the red lights appear and the Boogeyman kidnaps Sharmell. Booker T gives chase to the Boogeyman, making the winner of this match by countout the Pirate Man, Paul Burchill. Pirate Man doesn't have a match at WrestleMania, but he would appear in Booker T's backstage segment dubbed by Taz The Island of the Misfit Toys, with notable other gimmicks such as Eugene, Snitsky and Goldust. At this point, the Pirate gimmick was starting to grow. The people were beginning to be behind the Pirate gimmick, and Burchill and Regal's rivalry would continue after WrestleMania. Regal, who previously wanted nothing to do with Burchill, is now trying to convince the Pirate to stop dressing as a pirate, and even offers Burchill some new clothes for him to wear. Pirate Man lists all the virtues of being a pirate.
I get to wear a sweet jacket. And I get to swing from a rope. And I get to wear a sword. I'm actually having a lot of fun. Since doing this, I'm undefeated.
And perhaps this was the biggest problem and the cause of the pirate gimmick's eventual demise. Burchill fully admits that he's not really a pirate, and that he's just portraying one. This is a problem because kayfabe, you would never see The Undertaker on a backstage promo saying that he just enjoys dressing like a mortician.
Go yourself.
The undefeated Pirate Man, frustrated with Regal's insistence on changing his clothing, challenges Regal to a match, with the stipulation being that whoever wins gets to choose the loser's clothing.
I'm sure you'll make quite the lovely buxom wench.
Later in the broadcast, Regal makes his way into the ring. Regal is mad with disdain for the Pirate, with his usual amazing facial expressions. The Pirate looks at the camera, then swings down, sends the audience some fake jewelry on the way to the ring, and the match starts with a lockup. Both men then exchange holds and forearms to the face. Down goes Regal. Regal off the ropes gets a back body drop, and the referee Charles Robinson.
I'm talking about little nature boy Charles Robinson, you got it?
Counts to 2 and a near fall. European uppercuts, Regal falls again, another near fall. Regal gets thrown to the ropes, then delivers a knee to Pirate Man. Half Nelson suplex on the Pirate, and Regal is in control of this match. On the corner of the ring, Pirate Man gets kicked in the head, then a series of covers kicked out at one. Then Regal is punishing the Pirate, ending with a knee to the head. The Pirate manages to counter, dropping Regal back first. Pirate Man now has the crowd behind him. The Pirate then makes Regal walk the plank. Pinfall for the win, and on commentary there's still some confusion as to what the name of the move really is.
What's that move we've seen Burchill do for? I don't know what he called it. It's kind of like a walking the plank.
Due to last week's match result, Regal now has to dress in whatever the Pirate chooses.
I'm sure you'll make quite the lovely buxom wench.
The Pirate knocks on Regal's dressing room door as he asks,
Hello, is my buxom wench ready?
Pirate Man laughs as he checks in on Regal. The Pirate swings down from the top of the Smackdown set once again, sends the people some treats, and the Pirate is going to have a match with independent wrestler Rashid Brown. Pirate Man introduces the most beautiful woman since Queen Elizabeth, his buxom wench, William Regal.
What the hell is that? Whoa!
Kind of looks like
That is a very ugly woman.
Regal is the underrated comedy genius.
This is such good.
Regal struggles in high heels to get in the ring. The pirate then goes on to poke Regal with his sword.
Proud, watch out. Hey, what the? Come on now.
Match with Brown begins, and Brown overpowers the pirate at first, and then the pirate man dominates Brown and makes him bump. Brown gets back some control of the match, and Regal on the apron hits Brown. Brown walks the plank, Pirate Man wins this match, and the Regal shenanigans continue. Regal in his buxom wench costume leaves the ring holding the pirate's arm. On the entranceway, a frustrated Regal bows to the people. This buxom wench storyline continues. Regal is playing being mad about this whole buxom wench thing. Pirate Man is teaching a lesson to Regal because Regal didn't enjoy Burchill's Jack Sparrow cosplay. Pirate Man then feels sorry for Regal and gives him a different costume to wear. At first, Regal is given a teddy bear costume. Then later, Regal is dressed as a bird, complains about his selection box, referring to his ass being exposed to the world. Even later on the broadcast, Regal is now dressed as a gorilla, and Pirate Man has one more costume for Regal. Pirate Man and Regal are wrestling Gemini, the newly arrived team of Smackdown, who is managed by the fitness guru gimmick guy Simon Dean.
My name is Simon Dean, and chances are, I don't like you.
Last costume is revealed and Regal comes out dressed as a pirate. Regal has a feathered pirate hat and is also wearing a wig. Taz describes this as making him look like Rick James.
Kind of looks like Rick James with that. Remember Rick James?
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Pirate Man dominates Gemini, then the Pirate Man tags in Regal, who enters the ring and immediately loses his wig, as expected. Taz is now wearing the wig, and Taz wearing the Rick James wig saves this entire segment.
This is such good.
Match continues with Gemini controlling Regal, a suplex with a near fall. Regal then tries to tag the Pirate Man in. The Pirate refuses and Gemini pins Regal. Pirate Man abandons Regal in the ring, and this is where things start to go sour for the Pirate. In the following weeks, Burchill and his pirate gimmick would disappear from SmackDown. He would be given a valet for a day, and then it would be implied that the pirate had a drinking problem. Paul Burchill wouldn't be featured on SmackDown unless he was needed to enhance someone else. From this point on, Burchill would wrestle mainly on WWE's this show, Velocity. On the March 29th episode of Velocity, in a match in Burchill's home country of England, and the people chanting all through the match for Burchill, the Pirate would defeat Nunzio with his finishing move, with the announcer still unaware of what to call it.
Burchill! Tremendous move, that does it!
Then the following week, also on Velocity, Pirate Man gets a valet, in the form of Shelly Martinez. Side note, Shelly is best known for being the valet for Vampire Kevin Thorne later in ECW. And this would be the only time that Shelly Martinez came out with the Pirate. Pirate Man would then wrestle the Road Warrior Animal. Animal up until recently was in the last known iteration of the Road Warriors with partner Heidenreich.
It's a poem.
Then that ended and Animal became a singles wrestler for a while. Pirate Man would lose this almost 4-minute match with Animal after a standing moonsault by the Pirate and a near fall. Animal slams the Pirate, pinfall for the win, and the Pirate loses his first match as a Pirate. Post-Regal rivalry, the writing was on the wall, the Pirate gimmick is dying fast. This is further evidence on the May 12th episode of SmackDown, where Mark Henry, who is scheduled for a match with Kurt Angle for the following pay-per-view on May 21st, delivers a brutal beating on the Pirate for 7 minutes. A squash match in which the Pirate doesn't get any offensive moves, and Henry even cuts a promo during the match before Henry delivers a World's Strongest Slam on the Pirate. Pirate Man is then used as a vehicle for Vito's future cross-dressing gimmick. The Pirate warns his friend Nunzio in a backstage segment that he spotted Nunzio's friend Vito dressing as a woman at a convenience store. Also in this segment, the Pirate is being shown drinking out of a flask. This would be the start of Paul Burchill, the Drunk Pirate. Pirate Man disappears once again from SmackDown, and somewhat recovers his push on Velocity, where he wins a match against the fitness guru trainer gimmick Simon Dean.
My name is Simon Dean, and chances are, I don't like you.
The flask drunk gimmick continues here for the last time in the middle of the match. Pirate Man misses a moonsault off the top rope, then goes to his corner to get something to drink. Pirate Man guzzles down on his flask, the referee is distracted, then the Pirate Man spits his drink on the face of Simon Dean. Pirate Man delivers his finishing move, still unnamed by the announcers, the pirate gets his pirate flag, and scene. Pirate Man's last notable moment was to be a part of Hornswoggle's debut. Finlay, who had been laying waste to the Smackdown roster since January, is wrestling the pirate. Pirate Man swings down and there's no fake jewelry for the people now. Pirate Man climbs on the top rope, Finlay puts down his weapon, match begins and both men lock up. They measure their strength, Pirate Man pushes Finlay. Finlay throws the pirate to the corner, the pirate counters and Finlay short clotheslines the pirate. Finlay now makes the pirate hit the corner, Celtic Cross on the pirate, pinfall for the win, and now Hornswoggle debuts. Finlay leaves the ring, lifts up the ring skirt, waits for a while, and out comes running 19-year-old Dylan Postel. Hornswoggle proceeds to lay the violence to the pirate, then Swoggle gets dropped on the pirate, and down back under the ring goes Swoggle. Over the last month, the pirate went through some transformations in his gimmick. He stopped throwing the fake jewelry, he had a one-time valet in Shelly Martinez, he started drinking out of a flask, and even displayed the pirate flag after winning his last match with Simon Dean. In retrospect, these were all desperate attempts to make the gimmick work. On the June 6th episode of Smackdown, Paul the Pirate Burchill will wrestle his last match as the Pirate. Pirate Man Paul Burchill is wrestling Mark Henry, and Mark Henry is going to dismantle the Pirate. The Pirate looks at the camera for the last time and heads to the ring. The Pirate jumps the ropes to get in the ring, and immediately Henry beats down the Pirate, who didn't even have the time to remove his jacket. Henry delivers a boot to the skull of the Pirate. Henry then gives two world's strongest slams to the Pirate, then after the match he drops the Pirate on the top rope. Henry kicks the Pirate in the chest, and then the Pirate goes spine first into the ring post 3 times. The Pirate is now bleeding corn syrup from the mouth, and a kick to the head to finish the Pirate off. Henry leaves laughing, and sadly, this is how the Pirate gimmick ends. Burchill would be sent to developmental territory of EW for the next 2 years. Then he would return to the main roster on the February 11, 2008 episode of Monday Night Raw. He would be paired with Katie Lee Burchill, who was in storyline his sister. According to the internet, WWE initially wanted to do a weird storyline between Katie Lee and Paul Burchill, the implication being that there's more to their relationship than just being brother and sister. This quirk on their relationship was quickly dropped, but their association continued. Burchill floundered on the Raw main roster for a while, where Burchill briefly feuded with Super Crazy, Jim Duggan, Mr. Kennedy, and Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental title. Paul Burchill would also be squashed by Batista in 1 minute and 25 seconds. After his Raw run, Burchill would end his WWE career in ECW, who was at the time WWE's third brand. In ECW, Burchill would feud with the Boogeyman and Tommy Dreamer. Then in late 2009, Burchill had a match with the Hurricane, the stipulation being career versus match, which Burchill lost. Then Burchill and his sister unsuccessfully attempted to remain on ECW under masks, as the Masked Ripper gimmick, but a month later Burchill will be unmasked by the Hurricane and Burchill would leave the WWE forever. Thank you for watching this look at Paul Burchill's pirate gimmick. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to press that like button and also subscribe for more future content just like this, or better. This has been fun, thank you for watching.